Hi, it's the Silly Moustache here. I've been asked if I use finger picks when I play fingerstyle on my flat tops, and the answer is no. I've got these big old thick old men's fingernails now, and they serve me perfectly well for that. But that would be a rather short video, so I thought I'd just expand because I have got some finger picks, and I would recommend these particularly. These are made by a company called ProPik, P-R-O-P-I-K, and this one is called a Sharpie. They're looking rather sad because I haven't used them for ages. I think they're nickel silver, and you can see that they have what they call a split wrap. That bit that wraps around your finger is in two parts, so it can make them more comfortable, or shall we say less uncomfortable than ordinary ones. Okay. And so I would use these, and as far as a thumb pick, the cheapest Dunlop one that I was given, a handful, and they've got a rather pointed edge, and I quite like these ones. Right. So my simple Dunlop brass bottleneck turned out to be my favourite one. I'm not going to play with these ones because I'm just not used to them. I'm going to stick to the fingernails for this point. So I'm just going to show you about the bottleneck. Or start. Just a couple of things as an aside on this sort of thing. First of all, you don't have to have massively heavy strings. I've got straight mediums on this plus a 16, in other words, standard resonator gauge from Dobro. You don't have to have a very high action. In fact, standard action is exactly the same as you would have on your ordinary guitar, but have a hefty bottleneck. Have something that has some weight, because it's the weight that plays it. You're not pressing it onto the strings, you're lying it on the strings. There we go. Right, so now moving on from the national style to Dobro. Yes, I also did use finger picks on these, on this one, or my previous Dobros, this one in particular. When I was playing in a bluegrass band, I would use finger picks, and these again are ProPik, but they're brass, and they just seem to work nice. It's a slightly rounder tone, and the split wrap again, and these are called Reso ones. There we are. I'll also show off a thumb pick that I bought from a gentleman who's no longer with us, who used to find ordinary pretty good thumb picks and then plate them with a little tiny bit of scrap tortoiseshell from an old Victorian piece of jewellery or something like that. And it does sound quite nice. So as far as the other side of the band, this is a wonderful slide. If you're going to play laptop, don't think about buying a bullet one. They're fine for pedal steel guitars where you're not actually moving that much, but for Dobro you really need something shaped like this, and everybody will have another choice, their own particular choice. This one is, I think, called a Srevens steel, made by a gentleman called Srevens. Someone from the States sent it to me. I don't know whether he's still making them. They were never made in vast quantities. You can get steels in solid solid brass, solid steel, solid tungsten carbide, all sorts of strange things. These are just coated. This one is very, very similar to that, and this is from Jim Dunlop, I believe, and it's nothing special. It's not the very, very long one. You don't need a very, very long one. So this is what this sounds like. Actually, I'm going to take these off because I'm just not used to using them anymore. There we go. There you are, you just get an idea of how these things work. And that's 3, 2 and a thumb, and that's the way you tend to hold a steel. Anyway, I hope that's been interest. I haven't got an awful lot to say about finger picks because I just don't use them much. If I was suddenly called upon to play dobro in a bluegrass band, I probably would go back to my brass ProPiks, which suited me fine, hang on to your fingers well, and are less uncomfortable than many others. And I remember Sally Van Meter telling me once that when someone said, you know, do the picks always have to be uncomfortable? And she said, that's the price you pay for playing dobro. So I hope that's useful. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below because I always read them and I always respond. So if you have been, thanks for watching. Bye.